Hello friends, I've tried to film this video several times. Yes, Luna, come on up. Luna's here. She's been taking really good care of me. Come here, come on. Come on. We have had a rough week. Miss Luna has come, she's going around my feet. I told you all that I would come back when there was an update on the babies. And unfortunately, we've had an update. At our last appointment, we went in and saw the sonographer and she started the ultrasound. And she just seemed really, like she was just looking around, but then she just seemed really like scatterbrained. She found the heartbeat of baby B, did a few measurements, and then just quickly was like, I need you to go to the bathroom. The doctor will be in a few minutes. She hadn't really measured much yet. Oh, so Mark and I just like looked at each other and were like, this is not good news. And then we ended up waiting for like 25 minutes for the doctor. And unfortunately, he came in and he said, how are you guys doing? We said, not so great because we think you have bad news for us. And he did. Unfortunately, we lost baby A this week, which we knew was a possibility when we left Denver. We knew that that would be the one that would pass away because of the problems that were happening with TAPS, which is anemia and polycythemic, and one's anemic, because when they did the surgery for TTTS, which is twin transfusion syndrome, they must have missed some small blood vessels and there was nothing they could do about it. We asked them before we left Denver, like, what are our options? They said, well, one option is to go back in for surgery, but we feel like we got everything we could get, so they would not give us surgery again. So there really were no other options. It was just a waiting game. We really hoped that it would reverse, but when it had this TAPS happens after surgery, it's very unlikely because it's something you've created. Sometimes if it just naturally occurs, it can fix itself, but it's just really overwhelming. Never imagined losing one of the babies, or even both of them. That just wasn't in my mind at all. We are so sad. The emotions come in waves. There have been so many emotions the last few days. Very exhausting just to like have this new reality of only one baby, which is a blessing that she's still alive. She would not be without the surgery because they were so connected. They most likely both would have passed away. So we're having to count that as a blessing. It was just really hard because when we had seen the babies in the previous ultrasounds, they both just looked so healthy with their movements and were getting better with their fluids. We just thought we had more time too, but she just couldn't keep up. Her heart couldn't keep up with the anemia. You could see fluid around her heart and her brain. It was just so hard to see because they had just been so close to each other and always pushing back and forth on each other, and to see that she wasn't moving anymore was really hard. Mark and I both were just heartbroken. We came home and had to tell the boys. They were really sad. But kids are really resilient too. I've just done our best to like continue to have family meals together. I am on light duty, especially this week. I just feel really drained. But I try and come out and sit and do their homework with them. We have dinner together. They bring me laundry and I fold it and then they go put it away. I'm not carrying baskets around or anything, but I'm just still trying to stay as involved as possible. Mark has been working from home just so we can be together. It's hard to go out and run into people and have to like explain, you know, because everybody will ask about the babies and have to explain that we lost one of them. There's a lot of things that we're like now, like, it's hard to name. Like we had names that we liked, but now do you give those names or do we start again and try and find a name that fits? How do we memorialize her? There's just a lot of decisions to be made, but I'm not rushing any of that. From what I can gather is like, there's no right or wrong way to memorialize the baby that you've lost. You just got to do what feels right for you, but we will be giving her a name and do something to make sure that she's not forgotten. So let me get into a few questions you might have about how baby B is doing in there. So far, she looks like she's doing okay. But we still have a long road with her, which makes it even more difficult for me to process. Like, I still have a baby growing inside of me, and I got to take care of her, but I still have to worry about her. You know, she only has, because of the way the surgery was done on the placenta, she only has 30% of the placenta. So there's a chance that she'll be very small. We're hoping she'll get the nutrients she needs from that 30%. We're hoping that nothing comes across that will damage her from baby A passing away. They do leave baby A in my womb until delivery, which just seems kind of wild. I guess they don't start to decompose or anything. They just kind of they just stop growing, and it'll kind of be pushed to the side. It'll get less amniotic fluid because it won't be producing more amniotic fluid. So it'll be pushed to the side and allow room, apparently, for baby B to keep growing. We're still just, it's just a lot. We've got more doctor's appointments coming up to check on her. You know, the doctor can't give us any like clear answers. His comment is just, we just don't trust these type of twins until they arrive. And that has been our case through the whole thing. Unfortunately, starting like, what, 4 weeks ago now, we've been on kind of the wrong side of every statistic. You know, 85% of the babies are okay, but we were on that 15%, and then 10% develop this TAPS. Well, we were in that 10%, and then 10% pass away. We were in that 10%. We just have really struggled. But these hard times do make you really grateful for the things you have. They make you focus in on the blessings in your life. We're just so grateful for all of you that have been cheering us on, sending us kind words, praying for the babies. I don't know why this is happening. hopefully in the future I'll be able to help other people so they don't feel alone when they go through these hard type of things. We're just taking it 1 hour at a time, really, you know, one day at a time. Time is such a funny thing. These last several weeks of just, you know, flying to Denver, getting surgery, all that, we're like, whoa, a whole month went by. Holy cow, that's crazy. But then I also feel like it's been like 3 or 4 months. It's just been so draining and so many ups and downs. So time is a funny thing. And then we need to make it 10 more weeks with baby B. She needs that time to get strong and bigger. And then the last few days since going to the doctor and finding out that baby A had passed away, I felt so long, so many emotions. You know, we've had little happy things and being back with the boys and getting to celebrate them for different things that are going on in their lives, but there's just kind of this heaviness. And Mark feels it too. He's been so amazing. And right by my side, and just, we've had a lot of talks about our feelings and what we're going through, because we don't want to hold those things in. We've been able to tell our family and started telling our friends. I've really had a hard time getting on any sort of like social media and answering comments and questions, because I just haven't had the energy to respond and to people, because I just have been doing a lot of sleeping. We've had some beautiful friends show up with meals for our family several nights this week. We have found that our brains are just not functioning like normal. And so the ones that say, hey, I'm bringing dinner tonight, it's like, oh, thank you. And other people are very well-meaning. They're like, what can we do for you? And we're like, we have no idea. We just pray for us, you know. Yes, Luna. It's hard to know what we need, but we do appreciate when people just kind of do it. A friend brought me a book. A friend brought me some cinnamon rolls and just sat and let me just cry. And those have all been helpful. So, unfortunately, like I said, a video I never wanted to make. Yes, I know. Luna has been very, very protective of me and with me a lot. Video I never wanted to make. But just know that even though this is not the outcome that we ever wanted or expected, we just feel so much gratitude for the things that we do have and for one another. I talked a lot about experiences in our lives can make us better or they can make us bitter. And we just really are striving that this will make us better at some point. You know, right now it's really hard. But hopefully we'll come out on the other side just with a better perspective of what's important. And yeah, so I'm on light duty, is what the doctor called it, or he said, be a couch potato. I've taken that to heart. I am still very high risk for preterm labor because of the surgery. They find that on average, people only stay pregnant about 10 to 12 weeks after the surgery because of messing with all that stuff. That's why I'm on the light duty. So I just, have to watch for signs of cramping, bleeding, water breaking. That's the main reason why I'm taking it easy, is so that I don't cause any of those things to happen before hopefully 30 weeks. Eventually we'll go to the grocery store. Mark's been really good about running errands and just letting me stay home because, yeah, because all the things. So unfortunately, that is the latest update. We love you guys. Thank you for supporting us, for reaching out. Just know we really do appreciate it, even if I don't have the energy to respond back. We are so grateful. And hopefully I can just find some little pockets of just normal life to film coming up. And I just want this baby bee hopefully to just be boring from here on out. I would love to just have boring doctor's appointments and not have anything much to have to reveal, because these last several videos, as you know, have just been all over the place. And just would love to have some boring doctor's appointments for sure. Be able to just update you through Costco videos and cooking videos, but hopefully we'll get back there when I feel ready. We can enjoy these holidays together. So, we love you. We're grateful for you. And we'll see you soon.